Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Today is still Saturday, October 12th, 2024. I'm back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out riding around doing errands. I was at home watching my team in Alabama. We looking like trash. Looks like it's going to be a long year. Nick Saban, you spoiled us, but I appreciate you. But now we looking like just everybody else now, just a regular team. Don't know what we're going to do. We're nothing to be affected. Nobody fears Bama anymore. I don't blame you. But if I'm with you when you're winning, I'm with you when you're losing. I'm a Bama fan, win or lose. So y'all can come, yeah, what's wrong with Bama? Hey, we can lose every game. I'm still going to get my lucky Bama shirt, but I probably need to get rid of it because I had it on last week and we lost. So I might have washed the luck out of it. So anyway, it's still wrong tide, win or lose. So y'all just want to say, I bet, well, y'all suck. Kind of look like we do. But hey, it is what it is. Can't win them all. We got 18 of them. Shit. National championship, that is, in case you don't know. Who knows when we're going to win another, if at all. But if y'all ain't figured it out, I'm kind of sad about that, y'all. But I got to push on. I got to push on for my peoples. So this is another email topic from bigwater@myyahoo.com. I'm going to start knocking these emails down. Seems like the haters done calm down a little bit. I ain't got to go bust nobody to the white meat. So, there was a young man just finished college. He said he got a chemical engineering degree. Can't find a job. Can't afford rent. Well, he got a job, my bad. I'm riding. I can't sit and read the email while I'm riding. He can't find a job in his field. So he working wherever he can, and it's not enough money just to afford rent. So he had to move back with his parents. He got a chemical engineering degree. Don't have much luck with the women. So forth and so on. I think he was 23, 24 years old. And I left the paper at home. But anyway, it was pretty much a short and simple email. At 23 or 24, whatever the age is, finished college, chemical engineering degree, thought he was going to come out making all kind of money, which probably would be if he got a job in his field. But he working regular job like the rest, everybody else, pretty much. Not in his field. Old student loan debt out the ass. I think he said 100 and some thousand student loan debt. At 24 years old, no job in his field, back home with his parents, no outlook on the future. Did what he thought he was supposed to do to have a great future, to have a great life, and he at home with his parents. When there's people that never went to college, he ain't doing it better than them. So, because of that, he had one of them phases in his life where I've been. But I don't know about, yeah, I did feel like that was that age. I've had them, that back really when I really felt like this. He feel like giving up. Can I help him, give him some words of encouragement? As he watches my channel regularly and he knows that I've been through some things, could I give him some words of encouragement to help him not give up? Because he feel like giving up right now. So first of all, you're 24 years old. You got a chemical engineering degree. If you feel like I'm going to give you an exercise to do. Since you just got out of school, I'm going to give you some more homework. I'm going to give you an assignment. I know you finished school already. You got your degree, you can't get a job in. But you feel like giving up because it feel like the world came crashing down on you and your life sucks. You don't see no reason to go on. You're 24 years old. Keep that in mind, y'all. 24 years old, chemical engineering degree. Yes, you got a bunch of student loan debt. You ain't the only one. Joe Biden might forgive it. don't count on that. But anyway, you live with your parents. At 24 years old, you had to move back in. Guess what? In this economy we're living in, you got 40-year-old people that had to move back with their parents. 30-something years old move back with their parents that had their own place. Been on their own for years and had to move back in with their parents or move in with somebody, sleeping on somebody's couch, or living in their car, or sleeping in the woods, or went to the academy with the last little bit of money they had and bought a tent to live in. But you're 24, and you had to move back in with your mom. You have student loan debt, and you feel like giving up. If that's enough to make you give up, young man, ain't nothing I can tell you. But I'm going to try. I'm going to give it my best. That's what I'm here for. What you dealing with is minor compared to the grand scheme of things. It don't seem minor to you, but by the time I finish this video, it will. And you will be able to say, you know what? I ain't doing so bad after all. First, you got something that eventually will make you some money. You just ain't making it right now. You're only 24 years old. You're not the first person, and you won't be the last person, and you're not the only person to go through a situation like this, to where when you finish college, you didn't come right out and get a job in your field. You might have to relocate. Do you live around chemical plants? That sounds like somewhere like if you was in Mobile in my area, you probably get on like that because we got chemical plants everywhere. You might be living in somewhere that ain't got no chemical plants. How you gonna get a job with a chemical engineering degree? You gotta take that into consideration. You might need to move. You might need to put in some application online out of town. When you probably want to leave your town from around your mom and dad and everybody. But let me get to my assignment. Whenever you feel like giving up, whenever you feel like your life ain't worth living because you got so much going against you, you got student loan debt over $100,000, you got a degree that you ain't using right now, you're working somewhere probably making $12 an hour, what have you. You can't, and the rent average in Mobile is $1,600, so I can imagine what you paying. Well, you ain't paying it because you can't afford it, but I can imagine what it is where you at. Find your nearest hospital. Find your nearest hospital. And just go in there. If they will allow you, sometimes they don't. To go just visit people in the emergency room. Not emergency room. Intensive care. Just so you want to visit some people that feeling, lift them up and encourage them. And go look at all them people in that hospital room that can't walk. Can't get up out that bed and leave. Probably got money. Got a degree. Got a career. Good money. And they laid up in the hospital bed. Fighting for their life. For whatever reason. Cancer. You name it. They fight for their life. And got money. You want to see some problems? Or the biggest problem of all? Find your local cemetery. And go out there and look at some of them grave sites. Not just at the grave sites, I want you to check out the dates on them when they died and when they were born. And you'll be surprised how many people you'll see out there your age. You think they wouldn't want to have your problems? How you think they would feel if they knew you out here talking about giving up because of what you're dealing with? Go out there to your nearest grave, cemetery. I know that sounds creepy, but we're around Halloween time anyway. Go to your nearest grave site and look at the headstones. Don't just look at the names. Look at the dates from when they were born and when they died. And you'll be surprised how many people out there your age, or maybe a little older, who would love to trade places with you with the problems you having. But you feel like giving up. I've been there. I'm telling you what I had to do. Because I haven't felt like that in years. Because of what I'm telling you now. Because I think about no matter what I got going on, it's worse, baby. I'm always doing better than what I could be. As far as it could be worse. No matter who you are, you still doing better. No matter what's going on in your life, you still doing better than worse. No matter what you got going on, you just can't find a job in your field. You back at home with your mom. But you able to watch Big Water on YouTube. So that means you can see, you can hear, you can talk, you can comprehend, you can go and come as you please. You ain't dead. You ain't up in the hospital. You can sit and watch a YouTube video. Or when you feel like giving up, since you're watching YouTube Special Olympics. YouTube and watch some Special Olympics. And look at them people out there with no legs, no arms, running. I'm trying to, y'all know what I'm talking about, with the fake legs on and in the wheelchair playing basketball, whatever. You think they shouldn't want to give up? If you go watch the Special Olympics and them different Olympics like that, the handicap games and stuff, you got people out there on both legs cut off, amputated, out there competing, fighting, getting after it, motivated, no give up, no quitting. But you got $100,000 in student loan debt, and you can't find a job in your field, and you had to move back home with your parents. Poor you. I'm not judging you, because that was me too. That's how I'm able to tell you how you feel, because I done felt that way before. Many a day. I still feel like that sometimes today. Not seriously. Like, damn, but I get tired sometimes. I'm a human being. I get tired sometimes. But that giving up shit, I ain't felt like that in years. Not years. I said the other day, a couple of months ago, I was feeling a little fear, and I haven't felt fear in years. Same thing with this. But I still don't feel like giving up. I haven't felt like giving up in years, and I still don't feel like giving up right now. But I know how it feels to want to give up. I know how it feels when you just don't want to go on no more. You're tired of it and feel like, hold on, y'all. I know how it feels to give it your all, to do the best you can, to give it your best shot, and that still ain't enough. I know how that feels. I know how it feels when you can't kill nothing, as the old saying go in the country. Man, I can't kill nothing and won't nothing die. That means you ain't got shit going your way. Let me repeat that old country's wives' old saying in the old country boy. When shit ain't going your way, that's what they saying. Man, I can't kill nothing and won't nothing die. You can't kill nothing and won't nothing die. That's how I feel sometimes. That's old country saying, yeah, from country, you don't know what I'm talking about. But basically what that means is, no matter what you do, all the college degrees, I'm telling you, could have been an A on the road student out throughout college or whatever. No matter what you do in life, no matter how hard you trying right now, all the effort you put in, you doing what you was told was the right thing to do, you know it's the right thing to do, you doing right, and still failing. But you're not failing. You're learning. Failure is learning. You're not failing. You're learning. So therefore, the giving up thing, that's out the question. What you giving up on learning? We learn every day. We learn what to do, but we also learn what not to do. Keep that in mind. Part of the learning process. You don't just learn what to do. Sometimes you gotta learn what not to do. And you learn what not to do by when you do what you shouldn't have did. It's all part of the journey, man. Stop expecting it to be all peaches and cream, sunshine and roses. That's what has happened to America. That's part of our downfall. We done become a society full of cream puffs. I remember when I heard Donald Trump back in the day, snowflakes. I was so pissed off, like, that damn racism, I hate it. But we are a bunch of snowflakes. Once upon a time, like say Martin Luther King Jr., one of my favorite people of all time, Martin Luther King. Them folk back then, them civil rights era folk. I used to think, like when Martin Luther King was assassinated, and all the things they was doing, all them years that he was out there marching, getting attacked by a police dog, fire hoses, and beat up and put in jail for nothing, for just wanting to have rights and freedom. I'm looking at the videos of them thinking them guys in their 40s and 50s. Martin Luther King, them boys in their 20s doing all that. He was assassinated in his 30s. Young man. Got the weight of the world on his shoulders. Leading a whole generation. Let me repeat that. When I found it out, it blew my mind. In the beginning of his civil rights journey and his leadership, MLK, Martin Luther King Jr., was in his 20s. While I was on the street in my 20s, bullshitting, talking about how hard life was. Oh, it's tough. I got to sell illegal substances to make it poor me. Martin Luther King in his 20s was out there marching against the whole country that was coming against him. And he held his head up. He gave his life. And you feel like giving up for what you're going through. I felt like giving up for what I was going through. We, not just black folk, white folk, Americans. We come from a stock of people that were in foxholes during wars. Vietnam, World War I, World War II. Imagine going through that. Talking about wanting to give up. Imagine how they felt. Listen, I ain't just going off on you. I have to keep this in front of my mind too. I have to tell myself this too. For whenever that little thought, cause I ain't perfect. Whenever that little thought, cause we dealing with principalities, evil and wickedness in high places. So a lot of times them thoughts you be having don't be your thoughts. It sound like you talking to you, but it don't be you. It be spirits talking to you, telling you give up, quit. You need to unalive yourself. You ain't no good. You're worthless. It sound like you. You think it's you thinking that, but actually it's another outside influence in your head telling you to give up. That's why you got me here to tell you that's out the question. I don't give a damn what you're going through. How about that? So what? You got $100,000 student loan debt. So what? You can't find a job in your field. So what? You 24 years old living with your parents. Big effing deal. Tell that to the 45-year-old that had to move back in with their parents. That did everything they were supposed to do. Came to work one morning and the door was closed, no warning. They filed bankruptcy, they didn't get the last check. What they supposed to do? And they didn't give up. You're not going to give up, young man. And anybody else listen to me, no matter what you may be going through. You think you got it bad? Find your local cemetery. I guarantee you can find anybody in there that'll trade places with you. You think you got it bad? Spell it, they ain't in heaven. If they went to hell, I don't know, that's just whatever you believe in. Find your local cemetery when you feeling like giving up. And you looking at all your problems, overlooking all the stuff that's going good in your life, because we tend to do that. We tend to focus on the negative. We might have 1,000 positives in our life and focus on that one negative. I'm guilty. And that one negative will drive you crazy. That one negative, I have you quitting. That one negative, I have you want to give up. You got positive, young man. You got a college degree. It's going to pay off if it don't pay off right now. I own my own trucking company. I'm not doing good in trucking right now. And a lot of other truckers not doing good in trucking right now. But I ain't giving up because I know I got something I can fall back on. That trucking going to eventually, unless the country is dead, it's going to be better days. I just got to admit and accept the fact I don't want to go through no bad days. But it don't work like that. I got to tell myself, Big Ward, you just don't want to struggle. You don't want to go through no bad days, Big Ward. You just want everything to be good and go in your favor. And it's okay that you want that, but Big Ward, you know that ain't real life. I got to talk to myself the same way I'm talking to you. That is not real life. Yes, I want to make $100,000 a day in trucking. And I want 10 million subscribers on YouTube and make another $50,000 a day on YouTube. But I ain't got it like that. Keep striving, maybe I will. As of right now, I ain't got it like that. I ain't gonna give up because I don't. We just gonna keep on trying, even if you ain't got it today. Keep on going and give it your best shot to get where you want to be. That's what the people with no legs are doing. They wanted to run, they found a way to run with no legs. And you want to give up because of student loan debt. And you have to move back into your parents. You got people with no arms, no legs out here competing in the Special Olympics. Because they wanted to compete. They're not giving up. If they can do it, you can do it. I can do it. We all can do it. Whatever it is we're striving for. But we cannot entertain that give up spirit. It's a spirit. It's not you. God didn't create us to be quitters, to be weak, to give up. Those are spirits coming at us telling us that, to quit, to give up. That is not you. That is not of God. Fear is not of God. If you're feeling afraid, that is not of God. If you feel like you can't make it, that's not of God. If you're feeling like you ain't gonna make it, that's not of God. If you're feeling like giving up, that is not from God. That is not the fruits of God. God is strength, courage, endurance, perseverance, confidence, faith that you're going to make it. Your dream going to come true. Your desires going to come true. No matter what it look like right now. And usually when it don't happen, it's because you give up. That enemy got you. He made you give up. See, that's the mission right there. Whoever this is in our heads, which I got, you know who it is, don't want you, don't want me, don't want us to live the life that God has for us, that God wanted for us, but he ain't gonna make you do it. God ain't gonna make you live out your dreams and purposes, but he got it there for you. You gotta want it. But there's an enemy that don't want you to have it. And he knows the only way you don't get it is if you quit. If you don't quit, you're gonna get it. But you want it today. I want what I want, and I want it now. I don't want to suffer a little bit. I don't want to wait a little bit. I don't want to work a little bit. Give it to me now, King Baby. King Baby syndrome. Look it up. We ain't giving up. That's the only way you lose, is if you quit. Get it, got it, good. Bye.